The Salaries and Remuneration Commission, thus the SRC, has bowed to public pressure and declared it has frozen the intended salary increases for all state officers. SRC chairperson Lynn Mengich says any salary adjustments must take into account the status of the country's economy. This comes after uproar from the public and various leaders who called out SRC and accused it of being insensitive to taxpayers. NTV's Vincent Odworo tells us more on what appears to be a change of heart by the politicians especially. Is the politicians' apparent sensitivity to the country's economic situation a matter of being genuine, of goodwill, guilt, or just playing to the gallery?
We have Commissioner John.
The SRC Gazette notice dated 9th August 2023, which was supposed to be implemented this month, had angered many. It was to increase the salaries of senior state officers, including the President, Deputy President, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Cabinet Secretaries, Members of Parliament, Speakers of Parliament, Governors, their deputy, among other officers. MPs were to get 739,600 shillings from the current 725,502 shillings. An addition of 14,000 shillings. Speaker of the National Assembly and the Senate were supposed to get a monthly salary of 1,208,362 shillings from the current 1,185,327 shillings. During their Wednesday's sittings, senators condemned SRC and rejected its initial plans.
Who has sent them to fuel discontent in a country at a time that this country is bleeding? Who does that?
In all honesty, nobody asked for that increment. Nobody that I know. Personally, I never asked for that increment of 14,000 shillings. And it is to be tone deaf if we are going to insist that we get that increment this particular year or next year, when the economy is in the doldrums, when many Kenyans have nothing to put on the table.
They termed the move as a clear sign of wastage of public resources that is derailing the country, even as other leaders termed it unthinkable.
Because public servants, led by ministers, are very, Mr. Speaker, corrupt. And people hate this, and people are angry.
There is 377,000 Kenyan shillings on the ETC of the vehicle that have been given by Parliament. It does not make sense. It does not make sense, Honorable Speaker. Any flight that is less than 3 to 4 hours, surely, must you fly business as a public official?
Complete and total rejection. In fact, it's like kicking our youth on the teeth. When they have been shedding blood to have a better country, then you go and do the opposite.
The increasing pressure smoked out SRC chairperson Lynn Mengich, who took about turn on their very own Gazette notice.
SRC hereby freezes the upward review of salaries for all state officers and will review the advice for all other officers, taking into account the current realities of the economy.
At the same time, the Council of Governors opposed the salary increase, saying the country is currently facing harsh economic times that require austerity measures and fiscal discipline. Vincent Odworo, NTV.